I want to honestly challenge AOC to a debate. She can defend socialism. I will defend capitalism. She can defend removing God. I will defend embracing a biblical worldview. She can defend child sacrifice. I will defend the sanctity of life. Any of the radical, insane democratic policies and platform that they stand for, I will debate the opposite. I'm challenging AOC to it here.
So Riley Gaines would like a debate with AOC because of course she would. Every one of these right-wingers is desperate to share a screen with AOC, just not for the reasons they would imply. It's not because I want to do a biblical whatever or something. No, that's not why. It's because AOC is much more famous than you. That's why you want people to believe just by proximity that you're the same sort of person, that you're on her level. But the issue is that you are not. So no, you will not debate AOC. You should not debate AOC. You guys are not the same thing. When are you gonna understand that? Now, you might be watching this not knowing who Riley Gaines is, and I am very happy for you in that, but I am gonna have to spoil it for you. And I'll catch you up on her career. How did she get to the point where she's challenging this popular congresswoman to a debate? So she used to be a swimmer, and she tied for 5th with a trans swimmer. And then she peed her pants about it so loud and so long and so publicly that she became a right-wing grifter. And then actually I've caught you up. That's the whole thing. She's just really committed to complaining about the existence of trans people, and she's decided to make a career out of it because she couldn't make a career out of swimming. And I have often said that there's a lot of right-wingers whose lives I really pity, but I don't know if there's anybody I pity more than Riley Gaines. This is not what her life was supposed to be. She trained for years to be a swimmer. She was supposed to be a star, an athlete, and it didn't happen. And so now your life was ruined by a trans person, so that's your whole thing. That is so deeply sad. But this also too is sad, her attempt to glom on to AOC. And so AOC did respond. She's not gonna debate, but she did respond to that challenge saying, and I would like to challenge this person to get a real job. Unfortunately, she is not going to meet that challenge. In the same way that she cannot meet the challenge of the women she was swimming against, she's not gonna meet this challenge either. She's not gonna get a real job. So Riley Gaines responded to that. I'm sure she thought about this for hours and hours and hours. She's like, this is my shot. I gotta get her. She responded to me. And she says, this is comical given it's coming from someone whose own party shut down the government and left you technically ... jobless. But no, she's not literally jobless. She's not technically jobless. What are you talking about, man? I mean, I know that you're pretending to think that it's the Democrats' fault for the government not being shut down, and that's not how it really works either. But she's not jobless. She has a job. I mean, like your job is more like mine. Like if anybody should be, like we're the ones who are kind of just faking it till we make it or whatever. AOC is a congresswoman. She's doing fine. Again, that's why you're desperate to share the screen with her, remember? Like you don't get to imply that she doesn't have anything to do and she's pathetic when you desperately want to be on the same screen as her. Anyway, she says, and I guess I'll take that as a no, which is to be expected when your positions are indefensible on virtually every issue. No, see, that's yeah, it's a no. Obviously, it's a no, but it's not because her positions are indefensible. It's because she doesn't owe you crap, Riley Gaines. Nobody does. What do you want? Like debate DEI for right-wing grifters? Like she should just give it to you because you're a pathetic transphobic grift? No, she doesn't have to debate literally every rando Republican that disagrees with her. That's not how it works literally at all. Anyway, then she goes on to say, I have a real job. I'm a mom. It's the most important and rewarding job in the world. I think if you had a baby girl like I do, you'd understand my positions a little better. So look, is being, a homemaker, whether you're a man or a woman, a job? I think it is. It's a ton of work actually, but that's not why she's saying that. She's doing that to throw it in AOC's face. You don't have any kids, so you can't criticize my positions because you don't have a baby girl. And that is true. AOC does not have a baby girl. I do though. Your positions are trash and you're trash, Riley Gaines. And I say that fully having an awesome 2-year-old baby girl. And I can say that. I take care of her, I watch her, I bathe her, I feed her. So I'm on full, even, solid ground with you to say that you are an absolute garbage grifter. So anyway, we can get into a little bit more of the fun. AOC had said this when Riley Gaines points out we're being destroyed from within because even though, bring it up, Zohran Mamdani is a United States citizen, but Riley Gaines is as Islamophobic as she is transphobic and wants people to believe that you can only run for office if you're a Christian. She's that sort of particular supremacist. And so AOC responded saying, maybe if you channeled all this anger into swimming faster, you wouldn't have come in 5th, which is like Riley Gaines. Just cut your losses at this point. You're never gonna match AOC, okay, in any way. And that is a devastating point. I cannot be any happier that she came in 5th to the trans swimmer. Not 1st and had to share it, not 3rd or 4th even, and then didn't get it. Like, even if the trans swimmer hadn't been there, you didn't get it done. And I'm sure you're a good swimmer or whatever. You're just not nearly as good as a whole bunch of other swimmers were in that pool on that day. And it's a great point. And Ainsley Earhart is gonna do what she can to try to save Riley Gaines in this. Good luck, Ainsley. Let's take a look.
Let's break this down. You just disagree with her being a socialist. That's all. You disagree with her politics. And she starts these low blows. She starts with you finishing 5th in the national championship among D1 swimmers. And Brian gave me some stats earlier. He said only 14% of college students play sports at the college level. 5% play D1 and only 1%, Riley, finish in the top 5. So I wish almost you hadn't challenged her to a debate. I wish you had challenged her to the 200-yard freestyle or the 200-yard butterfly, because you would win in a debate and you would kick her tail if you had to swim against her.
Who cares? Who cares if you could beat? It's not that relevant to your career whether you can outswim AOC. You already couldn't outswim the other women in the pool that day. And now you're not even a swimmer anymore. When you were a swimmer, you weren't a good enough swimmer. That's gone. You can't now just challenge. Okay, then that's how I'm gonna debate from now on. Hey, Piers Morgan, put me on. I'm gonna challenge people to play volleyball against me or whatever. Okay, so maybe you beat me in a debate, but I could whoop your hiney in Magic the Gathering. Who cares? That's not what we're talking about. That is such a that is literally a participation trophy. Well, metaphorically, it's metaphorically a participation trophy because she's not as relevant as AOC, not as intelligent or inspiring, as good of a public speaker, like all of those things. Yeah, but I bet you could beat a non-swimmer in swimming. Okay, if that makes you feel better about yourself, fine.
If you enjoyed that, then make sure that you never miss another video by subscribing. And if you want a little more, consider hitting the join button and becoming a member. So you're probably wondering, why would I do that? Well, when you do that, you get access to bonus content that I make every single week, and it's a lot of fun. You get custom emojis and more. If you join at tier 3, by the way, you even get access to a monthly member hangout with myself. And you'll get all that going forward, but you'll also unlock years of the back catalog. That is literally 100 or more bonus clips and top 10 lists and debates and more. So what are you waiting for?